A very good day and a warm welcome once again to yet another session on banquets. Today we shall be discussing on the sequence of service in the banquets. A bit on myself, Sheetal Gupta, an assistant professor at the AISSMS College of Hotel Management and Catering Technology based in Pune. My email address is mentioned here. For any further queries and doubts, kindly do get in touch and I shall be happy to revert to each of you. So let us begin today's topic on the sequence of service in the banquets in the hospitality industry. A brief introduction on the word banquets. It was a French word bon, which means bench, meaning literally that the food would be a sumptuous feast or a spread of large array of dishes arranged at a table where the guests could feast themselves. In Indian connotation, it could be a dawat, a bhoj, or a vazwan. A literal meaning is also a meal arranged for a group of people to mark and celebrate any occasion which is special. Hence, banquets are considered celebratory events. An important branch of the catering department would be the banquets in any hotel. We have the informal banquets that could include small get-togethers, cocktail dinner parties, birthday parties, wedding anniversaries, and small luncheons and dinners. A semi-formal banquet would include a small meeting arranged by a company followed by a social dinner, whereas a formal banquet would of course be involving the conferences and the conventions planned by any organization for its employees, for its employers, for its board of directors, and even for its clients. One must remember that the banquet department, after the rooms, is the largest revenue generating department of any hotel, as it deals with volume business with a high footfall and a high turnover of guests. It acts as the backbone, thus is considered a big business. It is a diverse and colorful activity engulfing different branches of the hotel. It is a part of food and beverage, which is equipped with a secretarial office as a backup staff. The banquet sales is an art, so is the revenue generation. One must not forget that the banquet department deals with volume business, as in a very large number of guests attending an event together at a certain date and time. Hence, large revenues are generated by the event per day, which is not really possible by even all the restaurants or bars available in that hotel. Let's talk about the various types of banquet functions. One can see there are state banquets, which are formal luncheon, dinners, events, which could be by the Prime Minister or even the President of State of a country. Wedding receptions, birthdays, buffet lunches, buffet breakfasts, buffet dinners, conferences and conventions arranged by various companies, special events, traditional events, theme banquets, as in theme weddings, and of course, not to mention the outdoor catering or the ODC, wherein the banquet department and staff visit the host's venue and the event is held at a venue chosen by the host and not at the hotel itself. Hence, it is called the outdoor catering, where the guests go to the venue and are served at the venue. Let us now look at the brief hierarchy of a typical banquet department. You have the banquet manager, the assistant manager, the metro hotel, and of course the banquet waiters and the porters, all working as a team to ensure that all the banquet events are run smooth as clockwork. Various types of seating arrangements are the full moon, the half moon, U shape, T shape, the classroom setup, which is generally used in conferences and conventions, the theater setup, also used in corporate events, and the boardroom setup for a small board of directors meeting. One must not forget that the seating arrangement plans totally depend on the number of guests and, of course, total seating area or the floor area of the banquet venue. Now let us talk on the sequence of the service in the banquets. Initially, when the guests arrive at the event, they are served welcome drinks, which could be refreshing or stimulating, like tea, coffee, fresh lemonade, kanji, fresh juices, or even wines and champagnes. Snacks and other appetizers soon follow, where the waiters go around on trays serving all the guests, followed by the soup service. Now, the soup could be hot and cold, a selection, and of course, a non-veg and a veg option is given. The main course buffet, which is of course self-service, where the guests go across to the table and help themselves from the large array of dishes displayed on the buffet. The dessert counter, especially, is a separate counter arranged on the buffet with hot and cold desserts, with, of course, baked dishes, Indian sweets included as well, followed by tea and coffee, which could also be served at the end of the event, and at times, even brandy and wine could be served to the guest, depending on the guest's requirements. One must look at, of course, the banquet menu. Separate food and beverage menus are shown to the guest, with different occasions having different menu setups. A variety of choice of dishes must be mentioned in the menu. And of course, the banquet manager must look at the ease of service of his staff and including seasonal. He must remember that the menu must include all these dishes as per the guest's choice. In fact, in some of the banquet meetings, the executive chef are also seated along with the banquet manager to discuss with the guest, depending on the guest's requirements, the actual menu selected for the event. Let me now show you an interesting piece of video which I have incorporated here. It will give you an insight on the actual running of the banquets and the sequence of events. Kindly pay attention to this video.
Tell me I don't like what you be called. The days are getting longer. No more hiding inside. Duty makes me wonder, should this be the time of our lives? We're acting like we should be, but do you really feel this way? 'Cause if you are so happy, how come you never did stop playing? And if you want to tell, we'll be just fine. And if you want to learn, we'll be alright. And it goes like
Well, I do hope that you all enjoyed watching this interesting piece of video on banquet service. This video was specially shown to you with following the sequence of events and sequence of service in banquets. Now, I end my presentation by issuing a vote of thanks to you for your time and kind attention while watching my presentation. Reference books that I have used to make my presentation are The Banquet Service by Isra Ishelbaizer, Banqueting and Catering Management by R.K. Arora, and of course, The Food and Beverage Service by Dennis Lillycraft. At the end of my video presentation, there will be a quiz link uploaded in the description box. All AISSMS hotel management students are kindly requested to attempt the quiz link mentioned in the description box. Thank you very much once again for watching a presentation on sequence of service in banquets. I look forward to seeing you again in my next video. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye-bye.